What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I don't really know if this is live yet. Probably is. Let me refresh. Yep, it is. What's up? How's it going, guys? Oh man, Rwby Volume 10. Exciting times. Exciting times. All right, crossing my fingers. Don't ruin. I miss Rwby Volume 1 through 3. How's it going, guys? Hello, Vex. Hey, what's up? Oh man, Rwby's teeth needs your help. That's what I just. Told my friend. My friend told me about an epilogue that they did for Volume 9. Yep, I saw that. Placed it with the trailer for the Justice League crossover they did, and from what I've been told, it sounded awful. That sucks. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, how's it going? Oh my god, I'm here, I am back, I am streaming, and we are talking Rooster Teeth and RTX. Everything that is happening with that. Did I watch the epilogue? I did. I totally saw it. I totally saw the storyboard sketched epilogue because they don't have anything to show at RTX because Volume 10 has not been greenlit. And they don't have any animators, and they don't have any right to put forth any material for Volume 10 until it's greenlit. Hey, what's up? Hey, guys. So I wanted to go ahead and get this stream going today because a lot of news dropped yesterday. A lot of stuff that I wanted to talk about. Normally, I'm not the news guy, like, oh, this dropped, what's the latest news on Rooster Teeth? But there's stuff that was interesting that I wanted to talk about. So I decided, you know what, this is a good time to do a stream because I haven't done a stream in like a week or two, or maybe a week in some days. So I figured this would be a good time to just talk about some stuff because I'm interested in this Rooster Teeth stuff. Voice is echoing. Okay, that's probably because. How about now? Is it still echoing? Why the hell is Raven there? Oh no, is it over? Testing. No, it's not coming from this. Is that your guitar? Can you sing? I cannot sing. I can play guitar a little bit. I haven't played in a long time. Back when I bought that guitar, I was playing a lot. Now that thing is your decoration. It's not. It hasn't been played in a minute. I used to be very good, but I haven't played in a while. I lost my interest, so now it just collects dust, and it's a decor. It's living room decor now. It makes me look like I'm a guitar player and all that fun jazz, but no, I'm not. I don't play very often anymore. RCX is one of the many Hollywood conventions because it seems like the only convention in Japan are genuine entertainment conventions. It's over. Oof. So if you guys haven't heard, RTX is happening now. So they're full on in RTX mode, and they are talking Rwby, but unfortunately they don't have that much stuff to show because Volume 10 has not been greenlit. So I have this article here. Jimi Hendrix? No. I wish. So I have this article here that I can show. Let's see. Go to studio mode. Just so I can see what I'm about to show. All right, cool. Transition. Bam. All right. So this nice article here where it says Rwby Volume 10 been greenlit yet? Has it been greenlit yet? Answer is no. The short answer is no. The short answer to that question is unfortunately no. Volume 10, the potential finale to Rwby. Is it the potential finale? I guess it could be. I mean, who knows? If they're freaking greenlit, if they're wondering if Volume 10 will be greenlit now, who knows? This might be the last volume, right? The potential finale to Rwby has been requested by fans worldwide. But for a show that with effects and animation on a level of series, blah, 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 the budget's too high, yada, yada, massive budget. No figures have been announced regarding the budget for the show, so the fans don't really know how much it takes to make the show. Obviously not. Let's see. Carrie says that AD and I and the writers team have been working on stuff for Volume 10 despite not having it greenlit. Okay, so if you're wondering if the writers at Roots of Teeth are part of the Writers Guild, it's a big fat no, because if they were, they wouldn't be out here in panels announcing that they're writing, because that would be frowned upon in the writing community. So no, Carrie and the crew at Roots of Teeth are not a part of the Writers Guild, obviously, because there's definitely a writer strike on right now, and they are writing for Rwby Volume 10 on the side. So yeah. Let's see. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, so obviously not. They're not part of the Writers Guild. Let's see what else it says here. It has been previously mentioned that the future of Rwby stems mostly from the purchasing of associated official merchandise, as well as continuous streaming numbers from Rwby via the new exclusive home on Crunchyroll. So basically, if you want Rwby to have long success, watch it on Crunchyroll and buy all their merch and all their ugly shirts. Basically, that's how they can prove that we're generating money. The IP is strong. Please let us make more. So if Crunchyroll comes back and says, Volume 9 didn't do too hot, sorry guys, and then they're not making any money, I don't know. I'm hoping that for their sake that the future of the show doesn't stem on how successful the Justice League crossover movie is, because that would be very silly, because I'm convinced that thing is not making a lot of money. So if they're waiting to see how well Justice League Part 2 does, they might be in trouble. Might be talking 2025 release, if not canceled. Yeah, buy their merch and watch on Crunchyroll, basically. So that is basically the news about Rwby Volume 10. Everything else here is they're talking about Volume 9 physical release, Blu-ray. Buy this, I guess. You want a Volume 10? Buy a bunch of Blu-rays, give it away for Christmas, or give it away for birthday gifts, and then get the soundtrack. Buy the soundtrack. Just buy all that stuff. What is so this image for Part 2 has been teased. Let me just in case someone sends a super chat, let me have that open so I can at least refresh and see, because I'm not really looking how I usually look at this stuff. Is a little different on my end, so let me just open this up just in case. See all. Okay, that's up now, so I can at least refresh and see. But anyway, yeah, so this is an image for Part 2, as you can clearly see. And don't want to be a jackass, but Yang looks like she's in a completely different show, which she is. She is in a different show. But I don't know why she looks like that. I don't know. Her boobs look huge. She got the skirt going. It just looks off. She doesn't look like she fits in here. I'm not excited for Part 2. I don't know how you guys feel about this image. It's just if they're banking on Part 2 being the reason why this thing Volume 10 gets greenlit, they're gonna be in trouble, I think. They look horrible. Yeah, they look stupid. I don't like her look, especially relative to the rest of them. It just doesn't look. Just doesn't make it. I will never understand why they went in this direction. I'll never understand why they decided to pursue this crossover. And I'm hoping for their sake they're not banking on the success of this film being the driving force for why Volume 10 can happen. At least they made Wonder Woman more buff. Yeah, she does look kind of buff, doesn't she? She looks too square. I don't know what's going on. That's not Yang. It is Yang. That is Yang Xiaolong. She got the belt buckle going. the buckle on her leg. Got the like her arms look. So this looks like metallic. See how it's glistening within her boobs are kind of like a one boob looking thing. I mean, it is what it is. Does it look good? No, but I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. What does it say here? Last year, Rooster Teeth Animation teamed with Warner Brothers Animation to release the first part of Justice League Rwby Superheroes and Huntsman via straight to DVD, straight to digital. Digital buys is what this is all on, is riding on, which is, I don't know how many people bought. I would love to know. I would love to see the figures. I would love to know how many people actually purchased the digital. Now, hot on the heels of Rwby Volume 9, announcements Part 2 has been officially announced to release later this fall and teased with the below image. So this is the image they went with in order to get folks to buy this digital, straight to digital. They went with this image. This was the best image they came up with to advertise and tease this crossover. We went with Yang, Wonder Woman, and characters that I can't remember off the top of my head. Well, here it is. That's Black Canary. Okay, oh yeah, that's Vixen. Okay, that's Vixen. Honestly, they look kind of. I think they look better in the Rwby animation. That's Vixen, and that's Black Canary. Who is playing? Do I know this person? She done some animation work. Okay. Okay. Natalie Church. Oh yeah, I remember this person being advertised for this show before. I just remember off the top of my head. Black Canary doesn't look that too bad, I think. I bought part 1 because I was curious and because I buy all the spin-offs. Okay, cool. I strongly doubt DC fans got into Rwby after this film. I would think the same way, honestly. I don't see why. I'd be hard pressed to believe that it made any money. Could be wrong, but I'm probably not. All right, so let's go looking at So let's go looking at Twitter here. Let me go looking at here we go. All right. So yesterday, I jokingly sent out this tweet. I said, "Oh, come on, Warner Brothers. The Flash might be the biggest superhero box office flop in history. The only way you're going to get out of that debt is investing in the Rwby IP. Greenlight Volume 10, not just for you, but for the people you care about." Now, a lot of people took this tweet as dead serious, which was hilarious. So many people thought I was being serious with this. Yeah, so it's all about Crunchyroll and merchandise sales. So I mean, that's what Warner Brothers cares about. I'm not convinced that any hashtag movement is going to do it. But I guess we'll see. Yeah, there's some people who thought I was being serious. I'm obviously joking. There's no way in hell anything Rwby related can buffer or counter or even be any type of resolution to the horror that was the box office results for Flash. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. They lost the money big time for Flash. Rwby money is like a pebble in the lake. It's a pebble in the lake. It's not related. Okay, I was joking clearly because I thought it was obvious I was joking, but some people thought I was being serious. No, there's nothing Rwby can do to help to mitigate the losses from the Flash being a box office bust. Wonder Woman in the image looks like an inflatable. Kind of the way she's ended up kind of The way she stand up kind of straight, she does look. Does she look kind of stiff as a board in the picture? Yes. Does she look real? No. They look Canary and what's her face? And Vixen look more believable. She does kind of like she just standing straight. She does look like that. You're right. She does look like that. That's funny. That is funny. So Rooster Teeth at good old RTX are pushing the Greenlight Volume 10 hashtag. Now I'm not sure how this started. I don't know if the fans started it or if Rooster Teeth started it, but this isn't promising. To have a panel and then have a hashtag. Oh, if you want this show to continue, guys? Hashtag this. We support this movement. That's not the best look in the world. They'd be like going to freaking a Marvel panel or a maybe not a Marvel panel, but be like going to a Clone Wars animated series for Star Wars, and they're like, hey guys, by the way, hashtag save Star Wars, the Clone Wars series. You know, it'd be weird. I don't know. That doesn't give me much confidence that they're pushing that. I would be scared if I was like someone who desperately wanted to see Volume 10. I would be nervous by this. Honestly, guys, the way I see it, Volume 10, if Volume 10 happens, it won't be until 2025. It won't be until 2025 at the earliest. It ain't happening next year. No way. Don't see it. It'll probably come out early 2025, and by then, will you even care? Will you even be invested in it? Will you even want to see it? Probably. There'll be people who don't want to see it because absence makes the heart grow fonder. So after a while, people are like, oh, what's going on with Rwby? I missed the Rwby series, right? So it's possible. I think what's going on. So yeah, what happened to Rwby? What happened to Wonder Woman's design? She had a different one in part one. I think what they're trying to show is they were in the Rwby world, so they made the animation and the characters look like they fit into Rwby, and now they're going to look like they fit into the DC universe, whatever that is, because to a certain extent they're making it up. So whatever they vision DC to look like, they're taking the Rwby characters and the Rwby avatars and making it fit in that world that they created for DC. Does that make sense? Just in the damn show. No, you can't do that, Traveler. There are people who want to see this thing end. They want to see the conclusion. Now, I don't know if I'll be banking on multiple seasons. They may have to write. I don't know how they're gonna do this, but they have to behave like Volume 10 is the last volume. Um, I don't know how that's gonna work, especially if you had a lot of plans in your head in terms of the length. Maybe you thought this thing would end at Volume 12, but they have to operate like Volume 10 might be the end, because if they have to do, if we have to do Greenlight Volume 10 hashtags, then you can't be banking on Volume 11 or 12. So you might have to treat Volume 10 like it's potentially your last. And then you have to hire back all your animators that you let go. It's nuts. It's nuts. But yeah, they definitely got the Greenlight Volume 10 hashtag going. What else we got here? So here is them talking about. I mean, I don't know if you can even hear this. You should be able to hear this. But this is them talking about the Volume 9 deleted epilogue. So basically, they had an epilogue plan for Volume 9. They didn't make it. It didn't make the cut for whatever reason. And they'll probably end up repurposing it for the start of Volume 10. So how this is, it's just I'm probably just end up muting it and talk about it. I don't know if you better hear it anyway. So basically, they come through and they you know, they come through the portal. They see all Atlas ships. They see Crow. So Crow made it back, right? Made it back to Vacuo, and then all of a sudden, just so happens, Rin, Nora, and Oscar walk by. He's like, oh my God, they're alive! You know, add Emerald, add Emerald to the scene. You see that here? Add Emerald. So she'll be in the scene. They'll just be happen to walk by. Just happen to walk by, and they'll be shocked to see Team Rwby. And then they'll say, all right, hey, we're here, guys, we're back. And that's it. That's the epilogue. So that's really, so you can see the state of affairs for Rooster Teeth. This is all they could show. This is all they could actually show them, was the freaking storyboard for the epilogue and some voiceover, because they don't have anything they have nothing animated. So the scene is they cross through the portal, Crow's there, Rin, Nora, Oscar, Emerald walk in. They see them, they smile, and that's it. That's the epilogue. I jokingly said that if I was Rin or Nora, I'd be pissed. I'm like, oh my God, no, they're alive. That means, because usually what happens is when they're around, stuff happens. So when they're not around, things are fine. But once the main characters show up, oh no, they're back. Now we have to worry about Salem attacking because the main characters have arrived. Everything would have been great if they stayed dead. And apparently they'll have like a memorial. They're going to be like a memorial for Team Rwby. So basically, all of the people who went through the portal to Vacuo think that John, Rwby, and Team Rwby died. They think everybody died, which is a logical assumption. I guess they fell off the damn platform. So they thought they think they're all dead and have a memorial for them. So I'm wondering how long that time jump is. They can make it a memorial. I don't know. You would think that Oscar was still, I don't know how much Oscar knows, aka Osmond. I don't know how much he knows about the situation in terms of the ever after. So honestly, I've given up on Rwby. I would like to the world be reused, but really don't care for the characters now. I understand that. I can get that. I get that. The epilogue was awful. Team Rwby were treated like perfect gods. Volume 10 deadass would be the best if Death Star showed up and annihilated the remnant. Why does Emerald have a damn? Why does Emerald give a damn? Because she's on the good side now, right? She would be in the scene. I don't know why. I don't know why she's in the scene. Rwby Volume 9 was a waste of time, just like Volume 3 through 8. Volume 9 was a waste of time in terms of it not mattering that much, but it was a better written volume compared to others. Ready for the worst case blow since Volume 3. I think in 6 months at a minimum. Yeah, I think probably less than that, honestly. They could probably scrap together a memorial in like a month. Maybe probably like a month, I think. I don't know. So that's that. They have nothing to show at RTX. Nothing. What else we got here? There's supposed to be 12 chapters. We know that already. Volume 9, Chapter 12. We knew that. Basically, I'm just going through Twitter and seeing what the hell Twitter had to say. So there's people who are upset. So you guys do realize we don't have to bring down RBV getting a final season just because Volume 10 was not greenlit yet. So the people who are upset that RVB is getting a final season, whereas Volume 10 of Rwby is still not greenlit, what they don't understand is that Rwby costs way much more money, way more, and it's on Crunchyroll. So it's a different situation altogether. So obviously it's not going to be the case. So it's not the same thing. So like it's not like, oh, we're picking RVB over Rwby. No, that's not how it works. Rwby is way more expensive. There's more checkoffs and there's more red tape you have to cut. More red tape that's to be cut for Rwby. That show's not cheap to make, and they have to hire back all their animators. So apparently the Greenlight Rwby Volume 10 is alive and well. It's across the world in Japan and all that fun jazz. I don't know how much these hashtags are gonna matter. Honestly, they gotta make money, plain and simple. Crunchyroll, like what they're seeing in terms of the numbers, and if the IP generating cash, that's it. At the end of the day, that's it. I don't want to hear about this hashtag movement. You can hashtag all day long, but it's not how it works. I don't know why they made a panel go launch the hashtag volume 10, even though people have been using it after the previous volume ended. Well, I didn't even know that. How long has the hashtag been going? Let me see something real quick. I'm curious. When did the Greenlight? Let me see, where is it? Here we go. How long has this thing been going? I mean, there's a way to find out. Golly, this looks. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Do I really care to know how long this thing been going? Let's see something. Copy and search. Search this. How much do I care? Let's see. Let's do between 2022 January. Let's say let's assume it happened in 2022. December. Search. We'll do this day. We'll do the end of December. Search. That didn't help. I want to say it's going on for a long time. I got nothing here. Yeah, that didn't work how I wanted to. I have no idea how long the thing been going. I haven't the faintest idea. So Ruin Penny and Ironwood so much, I swear. RBB final season, I'm out of the loop. Yeah, apparently they're making, I don't watch RVB, but apparently there is a final season happening for that show. That ain't Yang. It is Yang. It is Yang. It is her. That's your Yang. That's the Yang Xiaolong. You guys all know and love. That's her. Stay classy, Twitter. It's dumb how they handled Emerald, but I was never surprised. Rwby should be concluded quickly and be rewritten. I don't think this. I think Rwby's over. I think once Rwby ends, they're just gonna make a spinoff, and that'll be the end of it. They may like go in the future or the past, but I don't think if Rwby ever ends, if they can have a chance to continue, they'll just like do some type of spinoff if they can. Hey Vex, how have your hey Murder, what's up? Have your episode 1 reviews shows been going? I've done 2 so far, which was Velma and the Dragon Prince. I was about to start another one today. It was an anime. What's the name of the anime? I can't remember off the top of my head. What was the anime name? Goodness. What was it? What was it? What was it? I'm terrible remembering names of any kind. What was the name of that anime? It came out this year. It's a relatively new one, actually. What is it? Was it? Hell's Paradise. I was about to watch Hell's Paradise yesterday, but I didn't get around to it. So I'm still been going pretty good. No, not Dragon Ball. I watched Dragon Ball like forever ago. Why her breast so big? I mean, it's not a question I can answer. I don't know why it looks like that. Hers looks bigger than the rest of them. She's the youngest with the biggest. Back in Paradise. That's the one. That's the anime I'm gonna watch. I think. I'm gonna watch that one next. We'll see. I think. This one right here. This one. Boom. We will see. I don't know yet. But this is the one I was about to watch before I didn't and did something else. But we'll see. Hey, thanks for the super chat. Let me get to it via this way. I'll just read it here. That you said, can you explain the situation briefly? I can in a second. I will in a second. Thanks for the super chat, M3D. Another one from M3D. So does this pretty much guarantee that Rwby will either be canceled or end conclusively in the next volume? No. So first, so basically, so I'll answer both. I'll re-explain the situation and I'll answer your question here in a second. Volume 10 is not greenlit. Volume 10, they're waiting to get the go ahead to work on volume 10. Okay, so they don't. Volume 10 takes a lot of money. It's not cheap, so they have to make sure they have the go ahead from the suits to put out to bring back in the animators and work on that show. They need to have good back and forth with Crunchyroll. So Crunchyroll has to have they have to enjoy how much traffic Rwby is generating for their service, obviously, and then Rwby has to have a lot of merchandise sales. So they have to have a lot of Blu-ray sales, like merch, stuff like that. If all that is going well, Volume 10 will be greenlit. The reason why it's not being reason why it's not been greenlit yet, because they're waiting to see if all that is worth it. If all that's doing well, then they'll get greenlit. Okay. So Roots Your Teeth is encouraging the hashtag Greenlit Volume 10 movement online. They don't have anything to show at RTX right now because they're not animating anything. There's nothing to show. And because of that, people are speculating, could Volume 10 be the end of the show? Because if they have to do this every volume, it's hard to plan ahead. If they knew for sure that they'll have 3 volumes to close the show, then they can strategically plan out the story. If this happens this volume, this will happen in volume 11, end in volume 12. Unfortunately, they don't know. So people are wondering, will volume 10 be the end of it? Because they don't know how long they can how much bandwidth they have. They don't know if they have to do this every time. Then it's going to be very stressful for the animator. And they have to release these animators, right? So when they bring in animators for volume 10, if they don't know if volume 11 will be greenlit, they'll send them away again, and it'll take time to bring them back. We don't know when volume 10 will even be out. It probably won't be out until like 2025 now. So it's just a situation where people are wondering, is it worth extending the show past volume 10? If you can somehow get volume 10 greenlit, is it better to just close out the story in one big volume? That'd be the end of it, and see about spinoffs, and that way you can actually like. It's not bad if it's a large gap between spinoffs, but to have these large gaps between volumes, it's not ideal. So that's kind of the situation, of the matter. That's kind of what's happening here. I said before that I wouldn't be surprised if volume 10 wasn't greenlit and the show was over, but I'm pretty confident they'll get at least volume 10, and we'll see what happens after that. We'll see how well it does on Crunchyroll, and we'll see how much money it generates. Another thing is, people are wondering if they're waiting to see the success of Justice League Part 2, the Justice League Rwby crossover. If that does well, then obviously that shows that the Rwby IP is stronger than they may think. and that'll get obviously that'll generate money. All right, the show's bringing in money, or the IP is bringing in money. That's really what it's about. Is the IP strong enough to bring in cash? If it is, then the volume 10 will happen. Volume 10 will probably be broken up into 3 parts. I wouldn't be surprised if we got like 6 episodes for one half, for like 1 year, and like a year and a half later, it gets another 6 for volume 10, something like that. But it's not a Rwby fans are afraid. They're not thrilled about the situation. How long is this thing going? 35 minutes. That is sad. The male characters that are put down by Rooster Teeth are the most sympathetic and relatable to Rwby. Like what male character are you talking about? You're talking about Adam, and Adam was just a badly written character altogether. Honestly, Rwby just needs to be rebooted. Ha. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one. Ideal in a perfect world, yeah, sure. I would love that. I would love to see a rebooted Rwby with different writers. Sure. Realistically, would they even allow that to? I don't think they would even let that happen. And when I mean they, I mean the suits. I think they just let it go. All right, you guys did enough. It's over. It's done. I don't think a reboot is happening anytime soon, because in their mind, Rwby is what it is. It's not like a popular IP like Batman. If a Batman series comes out and it's trash, yeah, you can reboot the series and do another animated series or another movie or another cinematic universe, right, with the DC characters. But Rwby is what it is. I mean, unless you take the IP away and put it in the hands of someone else, it is what it is. And I mean, you can't bank on the show being any better in the same hands. So you have to take the IP away from Rooster Teeth, give it to Warner Brothers Animation, or like merge the two together and have different writers controlling that IP. But I wonder what else I have show here. I think that was it. That's the current situation. If the Rwby cast gets superhero names while DC Hero World, no, I don't care about Yang's superhero name. Who the hell knows what that is? You know, who cares? I personally want as many spoiled franchises to die to make way for new content. I don't think Rooster Teeth will be making new content regardless. Like if Rwby were to die completely, that's it for Rooster Teeth. This is it for them. They'd be done, I think. The only thing keeping them afloat, in terms of relevance, is Rwby. If that show goes, it's over for Rooster Teeth in terms of animation, at least. Or viable animation. They can have those, like, they can have their side projects like Rwby, stuff like that, but they're not gonna get any funding of any substance. They're not gonna get it for anything beyond Rwby. They're not gonna get it. There are tons of good rewrites, sure, but then yeah, online, sure, but then it's not gonna help Rwby stay afloat. Rwby ended after Volume 3. A strong statement there. I would just more stories in the world, maybe a few years from Team Rwby. Not all the way their parents. Just okay, I see what you're saying. You want to see more of the world. You enjoy the world of Rwby, but not so much these characters. Sure, there's a lot of stories like that. There's a lot of stories where the world works and the world is interesting somewhat, but the characters in it and the story being told is not that compelling. The showrunners know the audience has fallen away and they're not having fun anymore, not basking in the attention like they used to. I've been out of the Rwby fandom so I don't know how true that is. Um, Typically when Ruby was hot, you'd see a lot of content, a lot of like the voice actors be out there. I don't know if that's still the case within Ruby community. It does feel like Ruby has kind of died down in terms of popularity. I think the height of Ruby popularity was probably heading into volume 4. At that point I jumped in. I haven't felt any type of hype about Ruby since since the lead into volume 4. Could be wrong about that. I feel like the leading into volume 4 was the most hype. If anyone else is online, if Murder, if you're listening to the stream, correct me if I'm wrong, but after the events of volume 3, after Pyrrha's death, after the reveal of Salem, after the reveal of like them heading off to Mistral and Crow being a bird, after all that hype, heading into volume 4, there was a lot. I remember being a lot of online activity and a lot of talk about Ruby. Since then, I don't think anything has matched that, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Remember the show Nomad of Nowhere? Yes, I do. I never watched a single episode. I don't know what they thought they were going to do with that one. I have no idea what they thought that was going to come of that. Well, that is the extent of it. I am not. I'll probably wrap up this stream here in a second. Just wanted to come out and talk to you guys about this because I thought it was interesting that people were talking about Ruby Volume 10. If anything else pops up here in a second, I will let you guys know. It's interesting. Let's see what else. What else happened at RTX besides freaking? Let me go back to that. Let me go back to the epilogue real quick. I got something else to say about that epilogue. Let me see. Where is the epilogue? Here we go. See, so the memorial is over here. I think the memorial is over here. Somewhere, I think. For the fallen. And then you have all the Atlas ships. I don't know what they're smiling about. That's an interesting choice. Like, what are they happy about? What are they smiling about? Like, the whole situation is fucked. Like, what is she? She looked like she just got at Mistral. Like, oh my god, we're at Evacuo. Like, the situation is very much fraught, and she's over here smiling her ass off. I don't know what's funny or happy or excited about being in Evacuo. The situation is terrible. It's a horrible situation. I don't know what she's talking about. I have no idea. Let's see. Nothing else. Crows happen to be there, like I talked about before. Yeah, epilogue is a big fat nothing. It really isn't much of anything, honestly. Now that I'm looking at it, there really isn't much to see there. To be fully fair, them successfully getting back to Remnant without the world having ended yet is probably a big win or relief to them. sure. I guess it just looked too reminiscent of her look when she's got to Mistral. I think the vibe is a little different here, but I understand what you're saying. I will say Rwby Volume 12 is going to end the show. Maybe. 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 All right, guys, that is it for this stream. I'll hopefully be doing more streams like this, not Rwby related, but we'll see. But this is just a short stream, talk about RTX and Rwby not being greenlit for Volume 10. Make sure you like this video. If you're listening and you're not subscribed, subscribe. God damn it! I will be watching this anime here. I will be watching Hell Paradise, and I'll probably be watching this. I'll say that. I won't guarantee it, but I will probably be watching this anime. And then I will get back to you. See you later, alligator. Like, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Peace.